Oh, that's the one position we are deep. Terry on, pound for pound. I mean, he's another guy that you have to put at the very top of the list as football players on this team. It's kind of amazing. You look at him, he's not the biggest guy, but I kid him all the time about he's the old I formation tailback. He's the Eric Dickerson, the Herschel Walker, the Bo Jackson kind of guy. He actually runs better up there between the tackles, and he's much more physical than what people would think he would be. So he's a tough little guy. He loves football. He'll get his chances. He'll get his opportunities. I mean, right now, if we played, he'd be the first tailback out there. Very explosive, very tough.
Coach, as far as on the defensive line, bringing the pressure, how do guys look as far as bringing pressure?
We on the defensive line. I mean, we've got some talent. We have some depth. It's again, and I've talked about our team this way. Who's going to really emerge? William Uday at nose had a really good spring. He's shown some development here through fall camp. That's an example of a guy. I went into Capel High School. William Uday was 235 pounds. We were recruiting him as a defensive end. When he told me he was 235, I got up on the board and actually made him a Mike linebacker, an inside linebacker. Now he's 294 pounds, and he's emerging as a guy that I think can be a really good Mountain West Conference nose guard. Taylor Timmons is right behind him. Taylor Timmons is an unknown. We keep waiting, we keep thinking he's going to do it. He's done it in the weight room, he's done it in the off season. Honestly, we've not seen it out here yet where he's really cut it loose. So that's kind of an example. We have some numbers, we have some depth, but who's going to really emerge? Who's going to be the guy that's down after down? Nick DiVonzo's done it. Nick DiVonzo's done it in games for us. Other than that, we've got a bunch of guys that we're kind of projecting. But at least there's competition, at least there's depth, and at least there's some athleticism there.
You see Aaron Jenkins staying at right tackle?
I do. We got to get him on the field. He's not your prototype height-wise offensive tackle, but we're not your prototype offensive line. We're looking for our 5 best players out there on the field.
Carlos Wiggins was named by injuries, obviously, and now if you have a healthy Carlos Wiggins, how much does it add on those kick return punt returns as a weapon that way?
Yeah, I think when you first think of Carlos, just because of how his career has gone, he's teased everybody a little bit, honestly. You've seen some flashes, particularly in the kicking game, kickoff returns. Well, I think you're going to see a lot more of Carlos punt returns, but also making the move to wide receiver, to X. Even though his stature looks more like a slot receiver, he really does get down the field, runs really good deep routes. He has good hands. So, he's in the best place he's ever been here from the standpoint of being able to get his hands on the ball a lot in the game. I think we found a position that really fits him. Now, can he stay healthy? He's still a 170-pound guy that's not the biggest guy. And sometimes he plays like he's 200 pounds and he throws his body around. So if he can stay healthy, if he can continue to have the kind of attitude he's shown throughout camp, I think you'll see the very best of Carlos Wiggins.
Is everybody healthy so far?
We're nicked up a little bit. We've got some different things. Johnny Visciano's had some recurring situations that is really of serious concern to us. Things that have happened here in the past that is problematic right now. Other than that, pretty much the soft tissue kind of injuries, the pulls, the strains. But knock on wood, for as physical as we've been, for as hard as we've gone, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty healthy.
Coach, if you can recall your eye evaluation of your team when you first got here, and then your impulsive eye evaluation today, what's the contrast? What's the difference?
You guys make that call. Rick's been here a lot. These guys have been around here a lot. Robert Portnoy's been out here and watched us just over the last couple years. To me, there's absolutely no way to compare. I don't mean so much on just the eye test maybe of height, weight of players on the field, but just in the culture, the way the practices flow, the urgency, the investment is made. So much is put into what guys look like. It's not that. It's what they do and how they say and how they operate. We've been out here 7 days. There hasn't been one pushing and shoving back and forth. There hasn't been one little high school Harry kind of thing. There's been no BCD, what I love to call, blame, complain, to defend. You know, as soon as a guy gets jumped or as soon as something bad happens, there's been no BCD. So that's what, you know, it's the overall culture of the thing that I think's improved. But again, I'm biased. That's why I'm opening practice up. That's why I'm letting the experts out here to evaluate. So sometimes you guys got to write your own stories now, right? I can't write every story for you. So you guys, Rick, right?
Absolutely.
Rick, right?
How's Austin's progression?
Austin Apodaca?
Yeah, how's his progression?
Probably from spring ball till right now. I don't know that there's a player that's improved more on our team. And that's saying an awful lot for an older guy. I think just becoming comfortable with this offense, be comfortable with just the system, the things that we ask him to do, that some of them he hasn't done before. He is definitely much improved over the spring. I mean, he is, again, you know, anybody that's been out here to watch practice, you know, everybody can evaluate the quarterback on certain things. There's certain things he does that, you know, not many guys can do. He's been really, really exciting.
Coach, I was in practice tomorrow and Saturday.
You know, I think we're going to open it. I just changed that right now. Yeah, there's no reason to close it. You know, what we're going to do is scrimmage, cut it loose a little bit tomorrow night. So, I mean, the more people that can come out and watch us, I think the more it creates kind of a Saturday afternoon atmosphere as much as we can. So, you know, originally I was going to close it, but we're going to open it up and let it rip and see what happens.
Coach Ramel Jordan had another year where he's been able to work on stuff. How is he doing?
Ramel Jordan, we've moved to slot. You know, he's a combination running back slot, but we really have worked him full-time here the last couple of days in the slot position. You know, if we said right now who are our best 20 players on offense, Ramel Jordan falls into that category. The problem is he's a tailback where there's just so much depth there. He's another guy, probably like Aaron Jenkins that Rick mentioned, that we need to get him on the field. We trust him. We like him. He's a playmaker. He's tough. Hopefully that slot position can become his niche. He's going to play a lot of football for us, but we've made him a slot back right now full time.
Ben mentioned Ramel, and I noticed the play today. I can't think of too many times we've converted a 3rd and 2 with a slant pass. And it feels like there might be some more tools in the box.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, just watch out here in practice. I mean, we actually can get the ball in the air a little bit. You know, there's some things going on that get us into the 20th century now as we take this.